All right. A beautiful afternoon to you, and of course, this is another episode of our program, of course, Widowhood program. Okay, and of course, you know that this is where we talk about things that can help you if you are a widow, and even if you're not a widow, these are things that can help you navigate life, help you know when to join. And today's topic is very interesting. It's quite an interesting one because we're talking about how digital tools and online platforms are transforming widowhood. So, how has it transformed you as listening to us right now? First of all, before I continue, my name is Maki M-A-K-K-Y, and I'm your host for today's program. And let me say, maybe let me apologize for not starting exactly at 3 p.m. But you know, all the things we're doing is just to fix you and to make it better. Phone calls are already coming in, but then let's put it on the hold for now, not till when we are done. I'm not alone in the studio. This is GoPack TV, and we are live on social media, Facebook, YouTube, and all other platforms. So I'm not alone. I am with some people in the studio. So I would like to introduce them, or rather, let them introduce themselves. Good morning, good afternoon, and good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
How are you doing today?
Fine.
Okay, so can you properly introduce yourself?
I'm your regular.
Yes, exactly, my regular.
Your regular Mrs. Uju Akunne, Madam CEO, member, Healing Hearts, who supports Foundation.
Okay. Just like you said, you're regular. So how has it been? I mean, program and all that. How the experience?
It's been good. It's been a program that I look forward to every other month. Because since we started it, people, even some few months that we missed, they will be like, why didn't you come up this? Why didn't you come? So I know people are looking out from the reaction and questions we get that is really impacting on people. So they're very good.
Okay, so I am going to the lady by my right.
Good afternoon.
I think this is my second time hosting the program.
Yes.
Okay, so do intro.
Okay. Hello, my name is Chisom. Office.
Single.
Very much.
Okay, so Chisom is also in the studio, and I have the only gentleman in the studio. Good afternoon, sir. I don't think he's gentle.
He is.
Is he gentle?
Yes.
Because he looks gentle, you know. So good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. My name is Admin Manager, Healing Heart with.
Okay. You know, when I came in, you already made your stand. You were like, I'm not a widow, so let's all be on the same page. So if you're throwing questions, you know where you're coming from. But okay, so the question is going to be more like a random question. Okay, we're going to ask questions, something that even someone who is not a widow or a widower can answer, something you can actually contribute to. So my first question is going to Madam CEO. So you're going to tell us a little bit about your personal experience as a widow navigating life in this digital age. So we are focusing on digital age. Remember, we are talking about how the platform is transforming the whole thing. So can you tell us the experience? Just a little bit.
First of all, let's look at the digital tools we have available. We have like this platform now. The very good platform that helps us reach out to so many people. We have Zoom, we have WhatsApp messages, and all other platforms. I want to say that in navigating through this journey, social media has really helped me. Like I told my story the other time,
That
I met our founder on social media, and during that time I was always indoors, sucking, beating up myself for no reason, just being afraid of facing the world. Until I saw her on, I think on Facebook, and she was I was even a year older than her as a widow, and
Okay.
she was doing all sorts of things, all the packages she was doing for widows, and I was like, this person can do it. I can do it. So I reached out. I asked her strengths, and she like was very normal. So I will say that this platform, social media platform, is really helping us because in this platform we have reached out to as an organization and personally, I've met people that sometimes when you think that your story is worse, you come across people that you know that you are just learning.
Exactly.
This social media platform will give you the room to interact with people that are not even very close to you. Like you have your business will have a wide range of coverage. Like most people do drop shipping, they don't even need to, because most times when you're widowed, very hard to start off again. But social media platform and these digital tools, they help. Even when you're inside your house, you can learn skills inside your house. You can go on Google, or you can go on anything that you want to learn. You can learn it on social media. You can even market your goods. You can do anything. And this, as it's helping every other widow generally, it's helping me personally because I've come to adopt these tools to help myself. I don't need to be in Kaduna to do my business there. I don't need to be in Abuja, but I still send my goods. I still contact even before,
People.
just before we started this program, I was on a steady this thing with a customer. I told them because I needed to charge. I've been going back and forth with the customer. That person is in Abuja. Social media power. You understand?
Exactly.
So if I was in that room sucking and it was that stone age, I need to come out and do everything by yourself, unless I'm doing bread by butter. Hunger must have
Hunger.
killed me and my children by
Exactly.
now. So social media platform is really helping widows in navigating this, and it also helps us to reach out to people even inside that your room. Even if you don't want to go out, you can share your story. Just one camera, just one phone, you can share your story where you get help from no part
Okay.
of the world.
Okay. Before I go to I ask another pressing question. I want to ask you this question. Would you say, or can you say that social media has helped in the area of not being alone?
Sure.
Helped in the area of connecting. You
Sure.
know, there's this thing with connecting. Just like you said, you fix up your camera and we speak with people. Then at the end of everything, you know that you're going home. And it's not like business as usual,
Yeah.
where you have your spouse, if you're coming in, somebody is asking you how are you doing, how was your day and all that. Nobody's asking you that question anymore. So how has social media made things a bit easier?
At least social media is there to deal with 70, 60 to 70% of of the whole trauma and every other thing. Just like sometime in March, had a Zoom meeting, African Youth Forum. We had a Zoom meeting. We were able to connect with people from Namibia, people from South Africa, people from Nairobi, every part of Africa. You understand? So such connections, such connectivity will help you to hear stories of other people, other culture, other every other thing. And some by June we shall be having a fiscal meeting, I think in Namibia. I happen to see myself there. Those people that we were in that Zoom meeting, it feels like we're in one room. You understand? And we're able to share ideas, we're able to share stories, we're able to, like, you understand? If I'm able to meet them in that physical meeting, it will not be like I'm meeting them for the first time, because we'll have connected from uh,
From
online way
online to
back
now
before the
physical.
physical meeting. Yeah. So it helps us to like feel not alone. You understand? It helps even socially, and then on entertainment too. Sometimes, we deal a lot with sleepless nights, but you can see skits to watch. You see one or two
Okay.
skits to watch. You see one or something that will just take your mind out of the trouble you're facing and all that. So, social media is just the best thing that happened in this age for we.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to come back to you, but I think I have other people in the studio. So let's digress a little. Let's go to the Healing Heart now. Let's go to the organization. So my first question to you is: you're going to tell us about your organization and how you use digital platforms to support widows. So I think I should ask Ms. Chisom.
So, Healing has non-profit charity. So we are committed to the welfare of women and their children, protecting their rights, everything about. So yes, we have used two platforms for them. For example, make use of social media like Facebook, raise donations. You can make a post now saying, okay, there are a number of women who need school fees for their children or who have not eaten. So making such a post will be able to connect you to different people who are willing, which without this social media, you might not, you can, maybe somebody in France can see that message, like, okay, I want to support this, I want to pay her school fees, that type. Also, we also have, there are some people that struggle emotionally after it. So some might not be able to even come to the office sessions. Some might not even have different reasons. But if you have things like Zoom or WhatsApp voice call, you can use all the have a like session with the person instead of the also have like make posts like uplifting message. Like maybe you might be in your room thinking about something, feeling down. When you see a post on Facebook where we tell you that, for example, founder, she posts different messages. It might be funny, you can add humor to it. It makes the widow, whoever it is, recipient feel a little better. And even programs like this is a way to raise awareness. So when people are at home watching this or streaming to hear of.
Okay, I'm going to you, Mr. Francis. I'm going to ask you, how have your organization used technology to reach out to widows in rural community? You know, I think it's easier around here in the urban where you can reach out to people. People are using their WhatsApp phones and computer and all that. Then what happens to those places where network cannot even allow you open? In fact, if you even have the WhatsApp, network not allow you to open it or stuff like that. So how do you people, I mean the organization, how do you reach out to widows in those places?
Healing Heart. Healing Heart have done what we program we are carrying. Like normally do a post. Like last year, which will still happen. Last year, we had the International Widows Day, and we made a inside the post found a sick here, tell another. Even on Igbo land or locally. So in that post, if you see it after reading it or after going through, even if you are not a widow, you can send it because it's open for every widow. Then those people, when we are doing the registration, was the person doing the registration, some of them will call you and say, my mother is a, please, can you register her? She doesn't have a WhatsApp. And some of them, even some widows will say, I heard of so and so thing. Please, can you help me and register? And so, Healing Heart of I've done a lot out during in this.
All right. We have a lot of other questions for you people, but I think we're going to embark on a very short break. And you, our watchers and listeners, we want to embark on a very short break. And as soon as we come back, we'll open the phone line so you can also be a part of what we are doing. You can share your ideas with us, your opinion, and of course, you can also ask questions. So for now, we'll be going on a very short break. And as soon as we come back, the phone line will be made open. My name is Maki, your host for today. Please do not. All right, you're welcome back to Gopa TV live this beautiful afternoon. Okay, and of course, the time is 23 minutes past, 27 minutes past the hour of 3 p.m. And my name is Maki, M-A-K-K-Y. This is how we do it every other Monday. It's actually once in a month where we get to talk about all the things that concern you as a youth. And of course, you that is not a youth, a widow, can also learn one or two things from it. Okay, and yeah, my guests are still studio. Okay, so let's go back to what we were talking about before now. I did ask a few questions about, we are trying to merge questions. So we get from our middle side and also we get from the foundation. So now I want to still go back to the foundation, and now I'm coming to you, Chisom. I think I'm going to ask you, that's my number 3 question, which is what kind of digital or online training has your organization offered widows, and what has the response been?
Okay, we've done sort of a graphics design where you go to design your for widows that do can use to where you can design flyers. It's not very easy, but like something you can up with. So you had a training where they learned how to achieve businesses for advertising. And it was well received because there's this excitement that comes with maybe learning something new or doing something that maybe when you see somebody else posting it, you'll be like, oh, who did they pay to do this? But when you're able to do it on your own and like you will feel good about yourself, it also helps maybe like give you a confidence boost, like, okay, I can, if I can do this, I can do any other thing. So yes, they learned how to design flyers to advertise their businesses online. Yeah.
Okay. Yes, Mr. Francis. I'm going to ask you a question, and that's what challenges do you people face in teaching widows how to use phones, apps, and online platforms, especially older ones, the older ones?
The major challenge we are facing teaching the widows, more especially the older ones, how to use these digital tools or the phone apps is when you get to the older ones, you find out that it's not all of them. It's not okay. The widows, you find out that it's not all of them that knows how to use some of the apps. You understand? So what we normally do is to bring them one on one, and you
Okay.
begin to explain to them step by step. You understand? So in so doing, you will find out that they will start following you. And those of them that cannot do it, you help them to do it by yourself. And then you see the person maybe trying to pick up from doing
And that must be a very tedious work to do. I mean, it's not even easy to teach a child that the brain is still very, very, very,
yeah,
very
even
open, let
even
alone
even some of
someone who
us,
is.
that feel that we knows it. You see, find out there are some apps that being introduced to you, find out that you are finding it difficult to learn.
Let alone teaching somebody.
eh,
Hmm.
and
Okay.
you have to be patient. When you're teaching an adult, it's a different thing than when you're teaching a child.
Exactly.
Sometimes you tell the person do this thing, you find out that the person cannot be able to do it when you leave that person alone.
Exactly.
So you have to be patient with them, follow them step by step to the person.
Okay, so this is the time you can call us. I think our numbers are still on the screen. You can just pick up the number and call, or send us a text message. Or we would like to hear you, get a feedback from you on social media, because we're live on Facebook and, of course, on YouTube. So what you need to do for us is just to share a little of what you were learning, or maybe ask us some few questions. Ask us that thing you want us to trash right now, because something might be disturbing you and you don't know who to. So this is the time for you to bring it out, because Madam CEO is here to give you all the answers to that question. And of course, I have Miss Chisom here and Francis, who is also going to let you or lead you into knowing few things. So I'm coming to you, Madam CEO. Right now, I want to, like, I don't have asked some question related to this, but I want to ask you a question. How would you say joining an online group has helped you emotionally? Can you share the emotional part? You've told us how it connected you with people through Zoom, and now you people will see face to face and all that. But we're talking about the emotional connection, the emotions that comes with losing someone you have been with for a very long time. All of a sudden, the person is no longer there. So how did the group joining the group help?
Yeah, joining the online have really helped it emotionally because it brings you out from that shell. Even while you're alone, you're able to connect with people. I said that before. Brings you that from that shell that you have been when you don't have any person to connect with. You understand? Like myself, I would say that I'm this kind of person that like to work on the background. I will even want to, I can do all the work. Don't mention my name. Don't show. Here I am. You understand? You can't run away
Yeah,
from certain things.
exactly.
So it's a step at a time
Saying,
thing, and it helps you because when you see the advantages, you want to do it more. You come out from that that's your stage of okay, I'm all alone, and when you see like I also want to touch that aspect of challenges that Mr. Francis talked about, even in practical, like um, uh, we have this group we call Blessed Widows. We have some of the widows that you want to reach out. People are very, there we still have people that are very phone illiterate. Me, I can say I'm phone illiterate, like she said. We don't know everything, but there are people you're better off, you're better than. They're like in our one of the states they're coordinating. When you call in for prayers in the morning, see like two people or three. Some will not even know when their WhatsApp call comes in. Some will tell you they did not charge their phone. Some will tell you, or sometimes you see somebody chatting you up. I'm writing on behalf of my mom. So find it very difficult to connect to those people. So I feel we still have a lot to like get widows because when they start seeing the benefit, you know that some people are still very used to that their 3310. So it's
exactly.
still a very big challenge. You understand? I think when and because they are not coming up to hear what others are hearing, participate in whatever program, these people that are coming out are very much brighter emotionally in their business, their sound. But these people will be just, hey, I want kwamoku and where am data, where am So it's a very big. I was chatting a particular widow for 2 weeks on on what do you call the other message for Facebook? It's
Messenger.
Messenger
Messenger.
for 2 weeks, and you see her online. I'll be dropping message because I didn't have her phone number. I will even see that she's online. I will call her, do not answer until I now sent. I sent friend request. She accepted immediately. I went back to Messenger. I was calling her for 2 straight weeks. She was not coming there. I don't know what happened now. And I called her persistently, and she was like, "I'm in a noisy place." That was so. Even those people that you see that they can use the phone, this person is somebody that is very, very, very active on social media, on Facebook, her business, but they're still lazy to like do certain
Those
things. You
things, yeah.
understand? So it's still a challenge. I don't know how, but I want to encourage every widow to take online presence serious because it will shoot you out with whatever you're doing to show bring you to the world. The last time I came here, last year, I was
Yeah.
able to connect with a lost friend through your Ebuka here.
Okay.
So somebody I've lost contact with over 20 years, but this program on YouTube, she saw me and said asking questions and said the only number she was able to see on Go Park, kept calling, kept sending message until Ibuka now realized that that message
Was for you, yeah.
and when I got the number, I just saved the number and I saw the picture. I was glad to person back. So there's a lot of benefits in having online presence, and then to help you. If you see the gist, me and this person, we've not seen in 20 years, but we resurrected gist from way back and all that. So emotionally, it's helping me. This is somebody, a friend like a sister, but now when you change number and all that, that relationship resurrected. And I will tell you, because she's outside the country, I might tell you that I've enjoyed some
Some benefits.
some benefits from it and still enjoying. So online presence is very important too. Even non-widows, most especially widows. And then again, for now, when we don't have all this online presence there, you you understand? When we still use land phones, you have a phone book where you write all the name. But with this Android, your iPhone, you have all the numbers recorded. You have every information you need in your phone. You don't need to go anywhere. So even if you lock me up in this small room now for 1 week, that's when you see young boys, they don't go out, they do all their business. So we ladies, we widows can still do that and get everything you want. Like I mentioned dropshipping before. You can start a business without 1 naira. You can only, okay, this person is a distributor or an importer, you link up with the person, post pictures, somebody wants it. The person pays even before you get it. You understand? So there's a lot of benefits. Thank you.
All right. I'm going to ask you my last question before I move to the next question for the foundation. So the last question I'm going to ask on this one is, as what kind of online training or support do you advise or do you think can help widows? You understand, widows who are trying to start over, either emotionally or financially. So what kind of business advice or do you think can help them come out from that situation at the moment, emotionally and financially? Something that can build them up. Maybe just like you said, when you lose someone, starting over again is not always easy. So now the person wants to start over again. This person wants to be stable emotionally. This person wants to be stable financially. So what kind of online business can this person venture into?
Okay, first of all, I will tell you that business has to do with passion. Whatever you have passion with, that need more information on it, you can Google it. You can learn skills. You can learn anything online. And it's even cheaper because if you are going to a physical school, a physical training, there is transport, there is every other thing, but you can't, or if you are opening a shop immediately, you understand, but if you are in your comfort zone and you want to start a business, you can just go to AI. How do I start this kind of business? All the uh, lowdown of what you want. If you want to further your education, there's so many courses online that one can register and do it within 1 year, 2 years, or even some 6 months courses. You'll be doing very well, and you can be doing it and still be doing that and still be practicing immediately. And at the end of the day or end of the month or year, you have your certificate and you're growing while inside. Not You don't even need to
be
rob the
outside,
bank
to
to
be
do it.
everywhere.
Yes, you understand. So I will advise my tribe to, like, whatever you want to do. Like this business I'm doing, when I did my own physical, because then I'll have to learn it physical. But now you can see importers that will even reach out to you. I don't know where they get it. They get numbers of people that are in the same business line.
Yeah.
They will be asking you, even sometimes when they say social media is scam, there is still scam, but you have to shine your eyes. You understand? There is nothing you want to do. even if it's educational business that you cannot find online. The only thing is to be steady, be be passionate about what you want, and bring out time. Just focus on it, and before you know it, you're good in what you're.
Okay, before I think I will let you go at this point. I
Are
mean,
you
not
sure you're letting me go?
not letting you go, not like letting you leave the studio, but I'm going to relieve you. Okay, then I want you to advise some persons because we have young widows. Somebody made a post some time ago on social media. A widow, a very young woman, made a post on for social media, and you needed to see the number of young girls that were sharing their stories. Some people were like, I lost my husband. Okay, this person said I got married at 24 and I lost my husband at 26. This person said I got married at 30, I lost my husband at 35. Stuffs like this. Excuse me. You know, in as much as I know they are trying to bring themselves back. So, but I wanted to, what advice do you have for these young widows? What advice? Some of them are doing amazingly well, while some are the reason why some of them are being called names, series of names. Names like she killed her husband so that she can be with this. She killed her husband so that this one can this one. So what advice you have for us before we move to Chisom or Francis?
On a social media space, there is positive, there is negative. Things. Want to rotten, can rotten
Very well.
very well. If you want to be peaceful, can be. Depends on what you want to do. You understand?
Yeah.
So, our advice, especially the young widows that have little children that are looking up to do wisely. Social media is very vast. Whatever you want, if you want to add porn, social media, you see how
Yeah.
to. If you want to learn how to weave, you see how to. If you want to enter any illegal business, you see how to. This time around, there's nothing that they don't advertise on social media. Sometimes you'll be seeing and in fact, you'll be crying out blood. You're wondering, these people, they come out from a home. So, in as much as it's free, it's out there for you. We need to choose right. You understand? We need to choose right because when whatever you're choosing and whatever you're doing, whatever you're putting your energy, in the next 5 years, would you look back and say, okay, I did well? Do look back and be proud of yourself. There are so many organizations that you can even enter from that social media space, which can take you haywire. You make the whole money under 5 years, but you'll not be there to like enjoy it. So whatever you're doing, choose wisely and do the things that will make you proud, make your children proud, and even make tongues to see those people that think that okay, your own is finished. They will see you and say, okay, this person is managing her time well, this person and all that. It all comes from here. You really, really have to advise yourself and then know what you are going out for on that space. Know what you're doing. Some people like will advise themselves, okay, I have 1 hour for jokes. I have 6 hours for learning. You understand? You just need to prioritize whatever you're doing. And you see, manage your time well, you manage your business well, you manage whatever skill you want to learn and practice. Manage it.
Oh wow. Okay. Coming from you, that's a very strong one. And of course, just like you said, we've got a lot of things on social media. In as much as we're talking about social media, so we've got a lot of things on social media. Just like she said, want to spoil, social media will help you rotten. As in, they will help you and scatter. Then if you want to coordinate yourself, there are also places that you go to on social media, you well coordinated. Places like Healing Heart. Just lost your husband, and then you have these kind of friends who always tell you, now that he's no more, do you want to grieve forever? Do you want to suck forever? There's this guy that been looking at you and all those things. Why not give a chance and all? I'm not saying that when you lose someone, maybe a husband that you shouldn't move on or even remarry. But there are ways things are being done. And when you do things well, they are okay. All right. I think that's what Madam CEO basically saying. And of course, always chip in my little one. Okay, so before I call it a wrap, before we call it off for today, I want to get this question. Of course, I'm going to ask the both of you a question. So Sir Francis will talk, and then you Chisom will also put something. And that is, in what ways can social media help shape how widows are seen and treated in society? You know, when I said the things I said, do you understand? When I talked about the lady that shared her stories, how her husband died and all that, and she was very young. She didn't remarry actually, and some other ladies were coming out. So a particular guy came under that post and wrote something like, "Men, take care of yourselves. Men, you people need to take care of them because you guys are the ones dying." So I don't get. People were like, "Are you supposed to say this here?" So can you tell us how social media can help reshaping how we reason, how we see things, how we see widows and how they are being treated? Because some persons, somebody will lose a husband, and you see that the umunna and umunne and all the other people will gather and take everything that the husband owned before he passed on. Some people even say that she killed the husband, so let's collect everything and all that. So you see, this woman will just go back home empty-handed and all that. So how can social media help? And with the help of Healing Heart, how can they help the way these widows are seen and treated, our society especially?
Okay. Social media has the power to change,
Okay.
and for widows can also help. So, like like we said before, that if a widow has problem, I will normally and being post on Facebook, on our social media platform, and you see some people who start rallying around to for that person shaped, person stands on. So when something happens and is being posted on Facebook, you'll find out that people will start saying all of that is normal thing. But Facebook or Instagram or whatever social media has helped to make sure that whatever thing that is being said, okay, let's say like some villages, when a man dies, people will start saying all manner of, more especially the families. In some cases, if when the man is alive, he doesn't have good relationship with
Family.
you find out that they will try to do all manner of things to frustrate the woman.
So,
But if it's being posted on Facebook, you will see that some people take it upon themselves to make sure that the woman recover whatever thing the husband left.
okay.
And that is where Healing Heart comes sometimes. And sometimes when something happens and is being posted on Facebook or Instagram, like some cultures, I will say for sure that some cultures are being banished because of what happened or how a widow was treated, and it's written on Facebook or Instagram. Some people will start talking about that thing, and you find out that the people, the owners of the villages or the lawmakers will start saying this one need to stop. This one, at least by now, that is not this one shouldn't be happening in our village and all what. So I would say that Facebook or some of these platforms have helped us. They have helped us a lot in reshaping widows. Even these businesses we are talking about, you see widows, they are doing well on social media. Some of them, some of them doing well did not start with anything. They started with nothing. You understand? They started with nothing. Everything they own was everything their husband owned was taken away from them. And then you see them, they strive so much, and they started all this online training, and then they started online businesses. And today they are doing well, helping other widows to stand on their.
Exactly.
So online tools or social media have helped a lot to put some widows.
Okay, so I would like to get Chisom's own view on this aspect of how those are being seen, you understand, and what is social media doing about it, how social media is helping to reshape how widows are being seen.
Social media is a strong advocacy tool to addressing some issues in widowhood, such as like disinheriting. Because when, for example, this podcast, we have different topics each month, or we address different topics that relate to widowhood. Now, somebody like the man you said that left a comment, if if he listens to something like this and gets educated that, okay, this is what widows go through, or this is what life is about. I mean, it's a form of education to people that are not informed, because ignorance is also why some people make some unnecessary comments. So I feel like social media helps like as a tool for education and creating awareness. When you see uh, widows that are doing business, when you see that widowhood does not mean you should be dejected or sad. When you see maybe posts of people, like when we organize events and they take pictures where they are dancing, when we have our international widows, we have one coming up on 21st of June. Okay. So when you you can watch it live, or maybe you can see pictures that people post, or you see where people talk about it. So this social media, because without social media, somebody in a different state cannot see that you did something here. So when they see it, it's sort of, okay, widowhood is not just, because people might address widowhood as shameful, or you should be dejected or something like that. So it's a key tool of advocacy, awareness, education. It's doing a lot, and I believe it's the right way to go. Thank you.
Okay, so pardon me, I think I'm a bit under the weather. That's why. But all the same, I think we should let you know, you guys are watching us right now, if you want to bring up something, you can also call the number that is on the screen. You can call the number that is on the screen. But before then, I want to specially reach out to our mommy, who is also live. And I think we'll be getting a comment from her. I don't know if there's something she would like us to do. She said, "Thank you very much for joining." Okay. Mommy is here also. Barrister Chigozie Christiana Udemezwe is also here. And we see you, Kingsley Friday. We also see Oge Okoloji. I'm reading from social media right now, and I'm reaching out to you for loving what I'm hearing. Thank you so much. And I also want to, Oge said that it has transformed women a lot. Each time you come to social media, you will see someone's story. Looking at it, reading and listening, you encourage yourself and happy you're better than many. That's true. That's a very beautiful one. Yes, one can't know it all when it comes to social media. Thank you so much, Mommy. Yes, for correcting that fact that I think I was looking at. I said that I'll be talking with the people from Healing Heart, forgetting that you also is. So Mommy is telling me that at this point in time, that everybody there
is from
Healing Heart.
Okay. I happen to be the only widowed Healing Heart
exactly
member here.
So I want to correct that impression. Everybody here is from Healing Heart. Okay, and yeah, especially want to appreciate Mama Annie for being here. I don't know if Mama Annie, you have anything to say to us this moment. You can also chip it in because we are rounding off from now. And we still have the phone lines open to 0810858 is on the screen. So just pick up the number and call us. But if we don't have any other, then I gonna check out from here because it's been an amazing, beautiful time. We've had all the time to talk about a lot of things, But then, Chisom, I think you're going to drop your last word with me. There's this thing we'll do before we'll leave the air. So you drop your last word, maybe an advice to the youth, or as a program, say you're a program person, as a program officer, somebody who is very used to social media and how it works. So you can also let us have your last word. Conclude.
Okay, I think I would like to conclude with saying that, I just want to address that people might have phobia for technology. They might feel like, oh, maybe if I might make a mistake or something. It's okay to you can reach out to somebody who knows better than you. It's not a big deal. Everybody learns. Like they said, we ourselves, we don't know everything. There's something you don't know at every stage of your life. So just feel free to reach out to people. It's not that serious. We learn every day, and yeah, that's it.
Mr. Francis, do you have anything else to say to us before we conclude?
Yeah, I will say that. I will say that if you are widow and you don't know how to come out from the grief, Mama is always there. She run a grief. She run grief coaching platform, and find out where we are. When you come and meet this amazing woman, you will see that your life will be transformed, and you will not remain the same again.
And maybe you just tell us where you are. So you say we should find out. So maybe you can just tell us where you are so that anybody that wants to come can actually
come. For security reasons,
okay.
We will not close our address.
Okay.
But you can check
social media.
Social media, you will find Guzie Demezu.
Yes.
Or you check the Healing Heart.
.com. You can send us an email and we'll respond to you. Thank you.
All right, Madam Uju, do you have any other thing? I told you before now that I'm going to let you.
Last.
Yes, but hey, man.
Anyway, there's always the last word. I want to encourage widow. When we say widow, we go to widowers, and it's unfortunate that most times the social media presence we get is more on the women. Even the widowers are nowhere to. But I want to encourage each and every one of them that social media is not really a scam. Depends on what you're searching there. I've seen a lady that just lost her husband last month, already back with power of social media. Not for social media by now that he has to go back on, finish everything.
Stay for 1 year and
stay for 1 year, stay for 6 months. Social media is here to help you. Social media is a nightmare. All those umunedi and village people that want to frustrate you. So the tool for you to use and experience freedom. There's a tool for you to use and experience and get succor from other people's story. The tool for you to use and then boost your business, whatever you're doing. So don't go hiding. Social media platform for you. There is a space for you to learn how to train your children as a single mom. There is a space for you to go for further education, for business, for everything. Whatever you ask for, get. But just be and set your priority.
All right, thank you very much. Just like you said, I would want people to shout out to us. Of course, there should be a shout out to Footpath TV. Abby? So we have done for Healing Heart. So this time is a shout out to Gopa TV. Okay, so then I think in fact say something about Gopa TV before I
Yeah,
let you.
I want to
You're in my
say
territory,
shout
so
out
before I
to
let you go, you say something.
Gopa TV has been our host for the past 1 year, and we're happy to see them. And they are here for every live event. You want them to come, want to hear your voice in your Gopa TV is so the place to.
Like that.
They do live coverage. They cover your events, anything. Just hit them up. I believe they have contacts on the screen, so you can reach out to them and share whatever you need.
Mr. Francis.
Yeah, Gopa TV. I want to say that if you are out there, maybe you are abroad, and you are doing a burial or you're doing any ceremony, and you can't come back, and you want the thing to be televised live, call on them. They are the best people. Thank you.
All right, I didn't make any mistake by telling people to do shout out anyways, because I like all the things you've said so far. Okay, so this is where we're going to call it a day. This is where we're going to draw the curtain. But in all the things that we've said, I know you have picked one or two things, trying to tell you how to fix things. You heard from the horse's mouth that some certain things, if you're widowed, if you're a widower or a widow, there are some certain things you shouldn't let to die. You must find yourself back and then pick the pieces of your life where it is, put them all together and move on. All right. And of course, we do this once every month with Healing Heart. Gopa TV with Healing Heart brings you this good news every, third Monday of every month. And of course, next month is going to be a blast. So I wouldn't want you to miss any part of it. My name is Maki, and this is where we're going to curtain for the day. Thank you so much for being a part of the show. So you can follow us on social media, on our Facebook. We are live on Facebook. We're on TikTok. We're on Instagram. We're on X, that is Twitter. We are on YouTube and every other place. We're even on WhatsApp. If you have our number, you can. We love you and we want to say thank you so much for being part of the show. We are going to. So we'll see you again next week. Next month. So from here we see.
Men don't say bye.